What is up, guys? Tunes here, and can we talk about high school? So after I got out of that ghetto school that I talked about in my previous few videos, I moved to a really fancy high school. If I don't know if that's the right word, but it was extremely upscale. Like everybody there was extremely wealthy. You had to have a certain GPA to get in. It was very strict. Also, this is not related, and I'm not trying to make it racial or anything, but everybody at that school was white. And when you first look at me, I look kind of white, but then you look at my facial features, and I look very Asian. Like, a lot of people often think that I'm either Chinese or Japanese. Not entirely sure why. That's just the way I was created, I guess. I ended up going to the school only for half a semester, so I didn't really stay there long. Mostly because it was almost an hour and a half drive to get me from school back to home or from home to school. And it was kind of a hassle, and it was also a lot of gas that we had to spend on that. It was a beautiful school, and it even had like a Pizza Hut and a Subway and I think another restaurant inside the school. And it was great, and everybody was very welcoming. Nobody ever made me aside or anything. It was a very nice environment. I just simply didn't fit in. I don't know if that makes sense. I just didn't. So after the semester was done, I got transferred to the school that I've always wanted to go, and it was where all my other friends were at. Let's call this high school Farmers High School for now, okay? Like I said, all my friends were at Farmers, and it was really close to home, and it was just where I felt at home, because it was the same environment that I had gotten used to in middle school and elementary where I went to. And I don't know if this was a specific case, but it was also extremely welcoming. It was a beautiful environment. While I was there for the entirety of those 2.5 years, I never saw like any bullying happen. I never saw any outcasting. I never saw anything of that sort. The only thing that I did see happen often was fights, but I'm not entirely sure what was the deal with that. Most of the time it was just stupid fights in the hallways. I don't even know why they would fight. Besides that, though, it was a very welcoming and very inviting environment. I really love this high school, and to this day I still do. Honestly, it makes me miss high school. The cool thing was, though, that I was able to jump from group to group of friends very easily. Like, it wasn't a struggle at all. So I could one day be hanging out with the nerds, playing some card games or talking about some anime or whatever, and the next day I'll be hanging out with the jocks, And even though I wasn't really a sports person, they still made some pretty good jokes, and I'd like to laugh, dude. Another group that I often joined was also the weebs. But if we're being honest, the weebs are a little more cringy, because the guys, well, they look like typical weebs, and I'm a weeb myself, so I don't really know. But the girls, oh my god, they did the squeaky voices, and they did the ooh woo and all that stuff, and it was cringy, dude. It was so cringy. Nonetheless, though, I still like to hang out with them, because, hey man, weebs like weebs, right? Even though weebs insult weebs, it's just weeb culture, I guess. Also, all the teachers that I had, I got along with very well. I don't think I know any teachers that I didn't like in high school. The one that I least liked, and this wasn't like I disliked them, was my senior English teacher. Mostly because she was very pushy with homework, and your boy is lazy. I don't like doing homework, I just don't, but in college it's a different deal. I need to do the homework or I'm screwed. And going back to that really fancy school that I was talking about earlier, the classes that I was taking there in Farmers High School were considered senior classes. So to fix this, the counselor, I guess you would call them, the counselor in the school decided, we're gonna put you in your sophomore year in senior classes, junior year in junior classes, and senior year in freshman classes. So pretty much, the longer I stayed in this high school, the easier classes got for me, and it was the funniest thing. Though, just a quick note, I almost didn't graduate because of that counselor, right? So on my senior year, I go in, and it's like the start of the first semester, right? I go in and talk to her, and I'm like, okay, I just want to make sure I'm in the right path to graduating, or all my credits in check and everything. And she's like, oh yeah, everything's fine. And I'm like, okay, cool, great, thank you. And at the time, I was great friends with the vice principal because he was the principal in my elementary school, and I had known him since I was pretty much a kid. And he was awesome, he was great. He had such a soothing voice. I want to see if I can call him someday, and you guys can hear the voice, it's so soothing. But anyways, he informs me that I am missing one credit, and that is the American Government Credit. That's a class that you take as a freshman. Makes sense that I didn't have it, because I wasn't there as a freshman. However, my counselor completely glossed over this. She didn't realize it, or I don't know what was going through her head, and she told me I was fine. Now, if it wasn't for this vice principal that I'm talking about, I probably would have failed high school and had to take summer classes to graduate. Now, I don't hold this against her by any means, right? She was a great counselor, she really helped me out with a lot of things, and let's be honest, she had to take care of a lot, and I mean a lot of kids. And I can't really blame her for not paying attention to those small details. She just looked at my grades and she was like, oh yeah, you're good, don't worry about it. So in general, for me, high school was an awesome period. I know a lot of people don't like high school, but I actually really enjoyed myself when I was in that high school specifically, because I had my friends there, I liked the teachers there, the environment was awesome, home was literally like 10 minutes away even if I took the bus. It was a great experience overall. The only downside, and I don't know if there's an actual downside of the school, or the teachers, or the county, I don't know what it was, but the class of 2015 in this high school started off at, I think, 900 people when it was freshman year, right? And by the time he graduated, it was only 223 people, which in my opinion is a huge drop. It's like 700 students just gone. I understand some of them probably moved or transferred, and I'm sure that adds to the number, but still, that's a lot of students. And I'm sure a lot of them dropped out, because I even had a friend that dropped out, and he finished his GED and all that, but still, kind of sad that the graduation was so small. Nonetheless, though, I do appreciate you guys sticking around, and I hope you guys have a wonderful day. And until next time, don't do drugs, because those are bad for you.